Awesome.
Hey everyone, welcome to week 3 of Eager to Delanada. We're going to be doing some re-measures this week. So we're going to be updating your profiles, and we're going to also be looking at connectors and looking at your social profile as well as looking at chronobiology and how important it is to get the time of day right with what you do. So let's crack on with looking at your profiles. Have everyone got a tape measure? I know some of you were doing the measurements earlier, and that's absolutely fine. So we're just going to run through, if you want to jump into your profiles, and we're just going to run through and do those measurements. So Shana's just going to get hers up now.
Yeah. Okay, so don't mind my 5 million tabs open. Okay, so once you've logged in on your computer, this will be your screen. You go down the bottom here to update measures. And I know some of you know this, but I'm just making sure. Most of you are going to click on record new measurements. I'm going to click on continue new session just so for the purpose of today's project. And all of you should have gone through and answered all of your questions. If you haven't yet, we will go through this, and then you can just go through it at some stage, and you'll be able to use this as a prompt on how to remeasure. Rosalind, I know you were having a difficulty, so maybe we could get someone to help remeasure using the video maybe.
Okay, that sounds good.
Cool. Beautiful.
Thanks, Shani.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
So all you're going to go through is just go through all the questions and answer, because I actually have had a couple clients that I was like, oh, they wouldn't have changed anything in their skin color. They wouldn't have changed anything here or there. And we went through the questions. She'd actually changed about 7 or 8 different things. And we were both just like, are you kidding? Like, that much has changed in such, I think it was 3 weeks she had a change. And I just went, that's the bomb diggity. That's what we're here for. So I'm going to skip right through to the end to measurement. As of yesterday, I'm 81 kilos. So I've actually managed to lose 2 kilos detoxing. I can't weigh myself. My scale has a flat battery. Are you going near a chemist anytime, Jules? If you are, jump on the chemist. They've always got a set of scales there.
I'm popping into my doctor's this week to pick up some more supplements, and was going to jump on the scales in there when I was in there. I don't have an appointment, but I'm sure they won't mind. They're very lovely.
They never mind. You just jump on. Okay, so I'm going to update those 2 normally. Then we would go next. And so we're going to get into forehead. So I can do that while we're here. Using the tape measure, if you feel the back of your head, there's a little nobule there. So your head will go down, and everyone's got this little nobule bit at the back of their head. Everyone feel it? So that's where the tape is going to go around, and this is where it's really good to have a mirror that you can work with if you haven't got a partner to help you. But all you're going to do is find that nobule bit, and usually if you poke it with your finger, you can still feel that sensation on where you need to go. We're going to make sure you're coming along the tops of your ears around to the top of your eyebrows. Does that make sense?
You can look at yourself on the computer as well.
You can totally look on the computer. So for me, I know where my nobule bit is, I know where my big ears are, and I know where my forehead is. These are obviously not going to be 100% accurate. Obviously, when you've got like one of us with you, we can obviously get it smack on, but at least we can update it to the general. Boom. Pop that one in. So, Rosalind, if you want to take any notes and maybe need a hand later, that's fine.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, Shani. I just, yeah.
And if you have big troubles, I'm back in a week. I am only back for 3 days, and then I'm gone for 10. So if anybody needs a one-on-one, we can definitely jump into that. Then we're going to look at the jaw. So find that top of your jawbone. It's like a knobbly bit, and then there'll be a divot. And that's, if you move your jaw, you can feel the top of it. You want to actually get your fingernail and figure out where the top of that jawbone actually is. Oh my God, I can see the bags under my eyes. That's so funny. So this diplomat was up way too early this morning. Okay, taking your tape measure to the top of that mark, you're then going to find the corner of your jaw. Top of that mark, yep. Find the corner of your jaw. If you've got a bendy tape measure or a removable tape measure, stick your thumb on the corner of the jaw and wrap it around the outside of your thumb nice and tight, and around the edge to your chin. You then want to use your nose and your lip line. Hi, Monica, we can see you now.
Hi.
Use your nose and your lip line to find the center. And that's your measurement. Now for the neck. Everyone has like a slightly narrower part of the neck. With these points, we want to make sure that it's coming onto the skin, but you don't want to be indenting. So no strangling yourself. Make it nice and gentle around on the narrowest part of the neck. Slow down. Sorry, my love, sorry. That's good. If you've got your computer screen, I can see where my numbers are. Taking your numbers.
I've lost sound, Shani.
You've lost sound. Can you hear me now?
I don't know how to get the sound back.
Down the bottom of the screen. Bottom of the screen.
No, I've got...
There you go. You've muted yourself, unmuted yourself. Better?
Yeah, no, I've lost sound. A phone call came over the top and I lost sound.
No. Buttons, how's that? Can I hear me now?
No. Now I've got you.
Oh, you got me. Cool.
Yeah, now I've got you. Okay.
Awesome. How's everyone going with that?
I did the neck was the smallest point, wasn't it?
Yeah, the smallest point, and without indenting the skin. You just want it laying across the skin.
Okay.
So you're going to input that one. Now for the rib cage and the chest. You will then, coming out wide. Hello, Jules. Coming out wide, we're just going to be removed, and then we're going to chat about awesome little, our awesome connection. We have our resident connector here today, Jules. She's going to jump on screen.
Hello. I'll be back.
She'll be back. Awesome, beautiful. And so she's going to talk about being a connector and how amazing that is and what that looks like. So I have a few of you who are cuspies. Now, I wrap this around myself. I want it under my armpits. I literally want it. The best way to do it on your own is roll it up, find the top on top of your shoulder blades, tuck it into your armpits, cross it over. Now, everyone see my elbows are up high. I'm smiling with my elbows. Does that make sense? So elbows up high, smiling. Okay, deep breath in. Halfway out. And stop. Find your measuring point. Cool. Awesome. So next we then move into the rib cage. Now the rib cage is literally under your bust line. So luckily there's no one here. So you literally want to get, so where your bra line sits, here we go, I'll come up here. Where your bra line sits, you are going to tuck your bra line up and you want to sit right where your bra line is. Make sure your back of your bra is out of the way as well. If anybody walks past now, it's going to be absolutely hilarious. I know my locals in the kitchen are laughing at me. Okay, again, bring it to the front. Deep breath in. Halfway out. And take that measure. If there's anything like it is here in Bali, this tape measure will stick to you nice and comfortably. It's so hot. It's really hot. Shh. Pop that bad boy in. How we go? Any complaints?
I'm good
Okay,
so
now
far.
to find. Sorry.
I'm good so far.
Excellent. Okay, finding the waist. Now, it's not the belly button like we all think. It's very close, but it's not the belly button. So if you take your fingers to your ribs, find your bottom rib. That there is where you want to stick the tape measure just below your fingers. So for me, say that again.
Don't forget there's a floating rib. So when you think you found your last rib, maybe go down a bit further and find that floating rib further down.
So then again, coming around. So for me, it's just above my belly button. Oh, look at those belly buttons. I love it. Okay, deep breath in. Out. And that is your measure. I hope no people here now. Okay, now for your gluteus maximus. I'll wait for your bellies.
Yeah, I used the wrong end of the tape measure.
Or you get there and you're on inches. How many times have I remeasured you, Rosalind? I've bloody well stuffed it up, done the same thing.
No.
Okay, the gluteus maximus. Using the screen, it's a good one to come side on, so you can see. Okay, so side on, you want to find the most beautiful plump part of your backside. Okay, you want to make sure that it is flat. So using the reflection to make sure you've got it flat. So you haven't got it like half up, half down. Make sure you're on the flattest part, even the whole way around, and we're going to wrap it around the body. And now twerk it. No, I'm kidding. And that's your measurement, just that one there. So it should sit just about on the pubic bone at the front, and that's around about where the largest part of the gluteus is sitting on top of the pubic bone. Does that make sense? Everyone's still putting their booty into it.
Oops.
I'll put my gloves now before the Barley boys get all excited.
Oh, open the door. She gets scared.
Okay. Are we all ready?
Okay.
Okay, elbows. So your non-dominant arm. Take your tape measure. Put your elbow on the ground. Find the knobbly bit. And stick your elbow directly on it. Flatten it out. And use that to then get your measurement. Does that make sense? Hey, that was really good, actually. And we want it across the crease of my arm, so right where your crease is. Cool. That's that measure. Wrist is much the same. So finding, now everyone has the knobbly bit on your wrist, on the outside of your wrist. Same non-dominant arm. You're going to go just above that knobbly bit. So there's my knobbly bit just above it. Go that way. I'm going to take that around both ways. And you want to, again, just touching the skin, not denting it. Does that make sense, guys? I can't see anybody. I don't know.
Yes.
Thank you. Awesome. Okay, then we're going into wrist hand length. Shouldn't have changed on anyone. So we're going to skip those ones. Just retype those in. Retype palm in. Sorry, Jules. Awesome. Okay, mid-thigh. So like I said, just skip the other ones. They don't change. Well, they shouldn't change. Man, I'd love it if my hand shrunk. I might actually fit into things. Okay, mid-thigh. To find your mid-thigh, you want to take, here. on the side, there's that lumpy bit. So if you lift your knee, you can actually feel where your top of your bone sits, the main leg bone is. And if you feel down your leg, you will feel something. Re-measuring everybody this week.
That's awesome.
You redo here, and because I'm over here, we're doing it this way. You feel that knobbly bit beside your knee. That's the bottom of that main bone. Has everybody found it? Yep. Okay, we're going to go halfway. So find the bottom. Come back up to the top. Get your measurement and divide it in half.
So fun to watch somebody else do it.
There's generally around your shorts line, about 80% of the time it's someone's shorts line, depending on your shorts. Okay.
Not every day I drop my pants in front of the computer.
Oh, I feel so lucky. I feel blessed today, and you just made my day. It's all right. We got everyone's bellies before. And the bottom of my boob.
Yep.
All right. So then we're going to go to knee. So everyone has your knee bone. Your knee bone's connected to you. So find your knee bone. Then you're going to find the halfway middle part of your knee bone. So standing up, it's going to look a little something like this. I want the back crease of my knee is where the tape measure is going to go, and bring it around the front to halfway of my patella. Or to remind me of Nutella, which none of us are allowed to have, by the way. Unless I could show you how to make it yourself using avocado chocolate mousse. And your own nut meal. Calf. Sorry, swallowed a bug. Your calf is much the same. All right, so calf muscles. Who here is blessed with beautiful calves? Nope, we've got a message. We've got a message. Hold on. Yum, yes, please. I will do that. Keep on me. I'll bring the recipe up at some point. Actually, I'll do a cooking class at some point. Okay, calf muscle. So, finding your calf, I find the best way to do it is wrap it right the way around and loop it the whole way around. What you then want to do is slightly loosen it enough that you can drift it up and down your calf muscle, and you will find the one point where it sticks, and then you'll lose it. So it'll get so tight it won't move, and then suddenly if you lift it, it'll suddenly shift. That'll generally be your largest part of your calf muscle, and that's where you're going to take your measurement. All I can see is heads or bums. I love this. Now for the ankle, I know I'm moving quick, but anybody who misses anything, we can always just jot back across it and fill those gaps in. Ankle. I'll bring this bad boy up. If you ever look at your ankle, you've got your knobbly bit, and then you've got just above it. You want to find the narrowest point, about an inch from your knobbly bit. And you're just going to wrap it around. Gently, not indenting the skin again. And that'll be your measure. Foot length, I hope none of you lose too much of your feet or you might topple over. So we can just skip that one.
No, you know the thing to tell them about it, right? Put your heel against the wall.
But, oh yes, the best thing to do is actually put your heel against the wall or a toe or a heel against the lino. Like if you've got like a pattern on your floor, you can use that as a really easy way of measuring your foot length. Is just finding one straight line or the heel of a wall, heel into the wall,
back, yeah.
to then push against it and make sure you get the exact measurement.
Mm-hmm. And you can put that on paper and then draw a line and measure to the line.
Jules is about to jump on with this. She just gave a great idea, is drawing a piece of paper.
Hello. Yeah, what I do is, this is the connector way, guys. You just put a piece of paper down on the floor, all the way against the wall. Then you put your foot all the way back, just pushing up against the wall. Draw a line on your longest toe, whether it's your big toe, your middle toe, whatever, the longest place on your foot, just draw a line across, and then you can measure the paper from the back all the way to that line.
Cool beans, cool beans. Well, shall we, Melanie, shall we get Jules to have a quick chat about our social and our being an awesome connector and what that kind of looks like?
Yes, please. Hi, Jules. How are you?
Hey,
Isn't it
so
cool?
good to see everybody.
So, ladies, we are in awe. Like, I'm in awe since being here. Like, I've heard Jules' voice, I've seen her face, and to actually be here in Bali with her, this woman is amazing and has been on an amazing PH 360 journey. Yours was in Mexico, the main part, wasn't it?
Oh my gosh, I mean all over.
All over.
Yeah.
She's well traveled. She's a PH 360 guru.
Yes.
So
Yes, and just to put it in, we are so lucky to have Sharna here this week, cooking for us and making us delicious PH 360 food. And anytime you guys get a chance to be able to be in the present, she is like a total culinary guru and makes all of our food, especially for us. And it's so made with love. It's incredible. Yeah, thank you, Sharna.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I guess today we're sort of, our big topic today is chronobiology, but we really want to bring in a bit of an asset because you are a connector, and we've got a couple cuspies.
Okay.
And we have one that is a connector, so it'd be really, really cool to have a chat about that whole concept of what is a connector kind of. You're so bubbly. She's like awesome. She comes in the kitchen and helps me. And she's like, oh, shut up. Blah, 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 blah. And so it's really cool. If you can say a little bit about how awesome it is to be a connector.
Well, so there's like 3 of you guys out there that are similar to connectors. How many have you got? All the people. Oh, there you guys are. Hello. I can see your faces now over on the side. Do you need it still on the screen?
There we go.
Oh, yeah, there we go.
Much better.
Put it on the gallery view.
That one?
Yeah, so we can see more.
Oh, there we go.
That's good.
There's a gang. Oh, there's even a Jules here. Wow. Yeah. Oh, but I can't see you, Jules. Hi, Jules. All right. So I would love to answer questions. Do you guys have any, like, how many of you guys, who are the connectors? Raise your hand if you are a connector.
Don't think they're on tonight, actually.
Oh, okay. That's cool. Like, you guys will get it in the replay. Sorry we missed you. Anybody here like an actinector or a connectivator, which are the connector activators? Who's one of those? Raise your hand.
Sharon is. She's not here tonight, but she's an activator connector. She's a 145.
Well, what?
145.
Who's here tonight? Are all the Diplos here?
We've got Diplos, we've got Guardians.
Yeah, you
Jules is on.
You guys are the best. You show up for everything.
Woo!
That's great. Well, so you may have some friends that are connectors or people in your life that you suspect are connectors. So before I go into anything, what are some of the things that you would love to know?
Jules will type.
Okay. Anybody have any questions or something that you've always wondered about?
Food.
My biggest issue is in between the 3 main meals.
Oh, when you're a
Husband is
connector?
Guardian, and
I'm a guardian.
Oh, for the guardian.
She's quite close to a connector.
I know now. So you're like my sister, right? I'm a connector, you're a guardian, and so we're like sisters next door to each other. And the thing is that eating between meals is not something that is in our design. We're not designed to eat in between meals. We're designed to have square meals, and my square meals are a little bit different than yours. So my square meals are, the breakfast, lunch, and dinner, but yours go a little further out. Like yours are, and so what you're talking about is you're trying to figure out how do you get all the way through to the next one.
I'm working really hard. I run out of steam in between. I have to have that boost, and I'm not a real fruity person.
Yeah, not a fruity person. Well, what would Sharna? You're the master guru at this part. Like,
Rosalind's done some amazing creations already, but I mean things like her sweet potato cakes and having like a cucumber salsa, and she does beautiful cucumber instead of bread. She does cucumber with her own almond cheese. She does beautiful creations. Rosalind is amazing already. But I guess getting in between, it's more about things like smoothies and shakes can be something just to help bring in extras.
If I'm working out, I have to take something with me, and I can't always do that. I can't make shakes if I'm on the road or I'm somewhere else, you know, out working.
right. Well, one of the things that some of my guardian friends have started doing is sometimes in the beginning, we're not following our chronobiology. So if you're not waiting late enough to eat, and then you're eating late enough at lunch, like if you're trying to stick on the earlier schedule as a guardian, that can kind of throw you off in the day, because then you have some extra hours where you wouldn't be having something to eat. And so if it's kind of like you might try that, waiting a little longer.
I have a 12 to 14 hour day between breakfast and dinner.
Oh my gosh, girl.
She's a guardian who is so committed to her beautiful job. She has such amazing powers.
Yeah.
So her chronobiology is something that I don't know when we're going to be able to really honor that. But we'll talk a bit more about that, I think. But for Rosalind, I think it's more about just maintaining snacks to keep her going, especially with her health issues that she has.
I got it.
So we want to get to her chronobiology. At the moment, it's just more about keeping that steam flowing. So small meals in between just to keep her through while she's in between clients.
Okay. Well, so for some of you that have connector friends, family, that sort of thing, I can give you some ideas on interacting, you know, between that sort of thing for connectors. You know, sometimes they make it seem like connectors are like, you know, no, we're all so fun, and, you know, it's all this crazy stuff. But that's not really the reality of being a connector. Connectors are very productive, and they really love to be, they like to be needed. Not the same way a guardian does, not like I'm the salt of the earth in the homestead. They like to be needed because it creates kind of a sense of safety for them. So if you have a connector friend or person in your life that you interact with, or if you are a connector.
And Jules is as well. No, Jules is.
Then having you know, they really like to be needed and useful, and family and friends are really important. And having people in their life that they can interact with on a consistent basis is really important too. What was that?
So Melanie put a question in. What's the main focus for connector activators? 145s, for example.
Ooh, 145. So now, even though there might be, like, you could have 3 of you that have the 145 as your number, but you're all still completely unique and completely different. There isn't anyone who's the same. So when you look into your PH360, the things that you're looking for as a connector active, and I call them connectivators or actinectors, you can call it either way when you're on that cusp, because you've got a lot of the qualities of the connector and you've got the qualities of the activator. And depending on your exact measurements and the factors of your lifestyle, etc., you're gonna have specific, because, you know, being a connector is it's like one of six body types. That's like saying, you know, like she's from Australia, I'm from United States, and that's like saying, you know, like you're Australian and that is your complete definition, and I'm American. And just think about it, like there's people that are from all different parts of Australia, or, you know, like if you were somebody who is from the very center of Australia versus someone who is from Sydney, you just have to think of like how different they would be. They wouldn't be the same. And so this is just kind of an overarching designation, the health types. And so then there's 15 more layers of an algorithm, which is a term for computers that people that are techie would know, but I'm a connector, so I'm not. I don't know these things. But that goes through all of that to get down to just you, your specific type. So for connector, what you're looking at is you want to really look in your mind area. There is like gold in your mind area. There's things in there that tell you what you can do or how to focus or what's really beneficial to keep your mind healthy, because our minds need to be really healthy for us, because otherwise our emotions go kind of, you know, like not so good, right? Okay, so mind is really important, your social is really important, and your genius is really important. So you guys want to go through and look at all the little specific details for that. And if you're looking at someone else who is a connector, you know, and you're coaching them or that sort of thing, you'd want to look at all that for them too. Is there any other specific questions?
Yes. I mean, I know that with a lot of my connector clients, they are always quite worried about the scales. And I know there's one thing we always definitely say to our connectors, to actually, if you want to start seeing weight changes, the most important thing for you is to get out and have more fun.
Yes, that is for sure.
More fun.
If you're a connector and you're not having fun, you won't see anything. But here's the thing. We are the sturdiest. We're the sturdiest, even though guardians are really sturdy too. We are sturdy in a different way, but we're like the caveman version of everything the connectors are. And so we're totally this sturdy, we can hold up forever, and then it takes forever for us to even get to where we don't feel good, or, you know, something happens and then it suddenly happens, drops out, and then boom, okay? Now, if you've gained weight and you're a connector, you have to work out for 3 months solid before you start really seeing the needle moving. It is so incredibly crazy. Most connectors can't make it. They can't do it. It's really hard because we want instant gratification. We need to see something happening, because if it's not happening like that, we give up. And so that's why they need lots of support, lots of people in their corner cheering them on. They need people like Sharna to take care of us and make sure that we're moving in the right direction, or a trainer will really help. But once it starts, once the needle starts moving, oh my God, I mean, like 3 months goes by, maybe a little bit before that, but realistically, 90 days. And when you get close to that 12th week, all of a sudden it just starts dropping, and suddenly you look different than you did before. And it's pretty amazing. And I've seen that happen with myself. I've seen it happen with others. So it's pretty consistent.
It's definitely the social aspect for connectors. It's a lot about your social stream, and I know a lot of you have a lot of connector in you. You've got like across the channel that you definitely resonate with, and quite often a lot of us forget, as we're always focusing on the food or we're focusing on the exercise, but quite often with our connectors, it's actually your environment and your social aspect that come into a huge play. If you are not supported, if you are not communicating, if you are not feeling connected verbally and physically with other people, you will not feel like you're filling your cup. And the same for guardians, you will feel like you're missing the beat. And no matter what you try and throw at yourself, no matter how you train, if you haven't got those aspects really nailed down and supporting you, then you're going to have fruitless efforts. So it's really, really big with our connectors to give them love, give them communication, and always let them feel like they are needed and are an important part of the program, because they will give you so much more than you realize if you just nourish and love them.
And
yes.
Can I just add to that? From a workout exercise perspective, I'm an activator. So I go to boot camp to get the job done, get on with it, and you know, I'm competitive. That's kind of an activator nature. I used to get really frustrated going to boot camps, and there'd be people there that would just be like, just chatting away, and I'd be like, can't they just shush and exercise? I just get really frustrated with that. But that's the connectors. They've come to boot camp to do their exercise with other people and to have that interaction, to have that social side of things. I'm like, just do your exercise and let's have a coffee after and socialize. But for connectors, that's what gets them to boot camp. It's so, so important that they have that interaction when they exercise. It's not good for connectors to exercise on their own. If they're going to go for a run or a walk or do stairs, they need to do it with a friend.
Yeah, or someone who's actually training them is really good too. Yeah, for sure. That is so true. And guardians like to talk too. They're chit-chatty when you're when you're
Go the
there.
Guardians!
Yeah, and it's funny if you think about this too. Like I'm close to the line also, so I'm a connectivator, and I don't like it either. When people are chatting, it makes me, I just want to work out and I want to listen to the coach telling me what to do, correcting me, making sure that my form is good or whatever, so that I'm doing the exercise and getting the most out of it. If I'm going to exercise, I want to get the most out of it. So anyways, yeah. And so that's like what we were just talking about, the generalization. Like I have other activator friends too. They're just like you. I mean, like they are like, no chit chat. Let's not, we don't want to have any of that stuff going on. Let's just get to it. Yeah, I'm somewhere in between that, but yes.
Love it.
Thank you guys. It was so good to see you. Have a great 6-week training. And if you guys need anything else, let me know. We'll set you up.
Thank you.
Okay, bye.
See you, Jules.
Beautiful. I love having people here.
Shana, we've lost you on the screen.
I can see that. I'm frozen.
Yeah.
I will see if I can come back out of here. Am I back now? No. Why am I out?
Okay, no problem.
Cool. I can see you guys and I can see everything that's going on.
Alrighty. Cool.
How long does the session go for, Shana? How much longer will it be?
Honey, we're going to quickly go through a slideshow and we are done.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, Melanie, shall we go into the slideshow about chronobiology? So we mentioned a fair bit about the wheel and different aspects there, with a little bit of information about a little bit more about your chronobiology.
Yep. Shana, do you want to unshare your screen?
Oh, am I still sharing?
Oh,
really?
Maybe not. Hang on. Let me try sharing mine.
Just excuse me 1 minute. I have to shut a window. We're having a bad storm. Just a minute.
Ooh, go for it.
Hang on.
Awesome. So this week is social, so I invite you all to jump on and explore your social profile aspect. 3 measures, awesome.
Okay.
You guys see my screen right now?
Yeah.
I'm back. Yeah.
Awesome. Alrighty. So last week we talked about visions. We talked about goals. Would anyone like to share if they managed to create a vision or create a goal from last week and how that's going?
Any insights, anything that came forward? Some of you guys have messaged me with some huge comments and just the way you're looking at your view on things and how your lifestyle's shaping up.
No.
Big.
That's all right. I'll put the example tomorrow. You asked me to add the vision example into the group from last week, and I haven't done that. I'm going to do some admin in the group tomorrow, so I'll add that in. And also, has anyone used the decisional balance tool? Anything they've been kind of just generally weighing up in life and they went through those 4 steps to make a decision about anything? Has anyone used that so far? No. All right. That's there if anyone wants to use it anyway. And don't forget, every decision you're making, you want to be moving from pain to power. So every choice that you're making every day, every 30-second decision, ask yourself if you're going in this direction. So this is just such a powerful thing to come back to time and time again and will move you forward. So we've done our remeasures. Just going to have a quick chat about chronobiology. So chronobiology is talking about the time that we do things. So this is an absolutely amazing example. If we exercise outside of our correct times, we give 80% effort and only get 20% return back. That's absolutely massive. We're putting in all the effort for 20% return. If we flip that the other side and we exercise at the right time for our body, so Guardian switching from exercising at the morning to exercising in the afternoon, 20% effort gives you 80% results. That is huge. So it's so important. You can see from these stats to ensure that you're working with your chronobiology and exercising at the right times. So this is an example of my general kind of overview chronobiology. I'm an activator. So it's recommended that I move first thing in the morning, be mentally active between 9 and 12. So I actually had a conversation with Shauna about this last week, and I've been really kind of struggling to get my head down and be mentally active from 9 to 12. And we talked about this in the group, that even coaches need coaches, and Shauna and I had a chat last week, and after I had a really good boot camp, came back last week, just set my mind to do a task and really focus on that task, and was like, okay, I'm going to really try and follow my chronobiology today. I'm not going to I'm not going to connect to people and make those phone calls. I'm actually going to get my head down and do my task. I got so much more done that day by following my chronobiology. So it says nap. If you haven't had enough sleep the night before, you can have a nap between 2 and 3. So that's not quite often not necessary for me to do majority of the time. Exercise in the afternoon, like activators can generally exercise like a lot of the time, but moving your body between 6 and 9 and being active from 3 till 6. So just not sitting at your desk, going for a walk, listening to podcasts. So I followed that for exactly a day last week, and it made such a difference. You guys might have seen the live I did on Facebook this morning and was pretty kind of tired this morning. Was out of whack all weekend with my chronobiology, and it shows. It really shows. The effect is just, it's just huge.
Can I just jump in there while you're talking about that?
Please do.
Yeah, so this morning is a perfect example, and I'll give this to you guys because I'm human. We're all evolving. We're all going through this process ourselves. There's how do we figure out how to put our life into the right zone at the right time. This is day 2, and last night at midnight they dropped it on us that everyone here is going on a detox. So I've planned out the entire week. So literally I was up until 1-2 o'clock last night, and I was back up again by 5:50 this morning. So it actually led to me. Being a bit of an emotional wreck this morning because I just ended up in stress mode straight away. It's just on the go, bang, 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 bang. No time to breathe, no time to rest, no time to plan, no time to do any of this stuff. It was just jumping into it. And I'm actually feeling extremely exhausted right now. And I've still got to get through dinner. So just seeing how we can, if we aren't in the zone of our genius, how badly it can affect us. Rosalind, do you just want to hit mute on yourself, my love? Just as you're moving around, we can hear all your movements.
Done it.
Cheers. And so when we're not running on but I've had the days where I am on schedule. If I'm sitting there and I'm like, sweet, slept in, we did yoga this morning, I got up slowly, I slept into my right time, I did this, I did that, suddenly things flow and I'm not anxious and I'm not stressed. And it's funny how just making a few changes to your day and making sure my computer is off by 8 o'clock, between 6 and 8, if I can get like computer work done, I'm like a crusader. I'm like, bam, done, bam, done, bam, done. And like my day, I finish my day and I'm like, laptop down, I'm going to read some pages in my book before I pass the hell out. And it's amazing how when you can just live like that and you actually honor that cool little colorful wheel, it makes life-changing decisions for you.
If there's 2 things I can say to clients starting, eat as many foods as you can from your green list, your good list, and look really closely at your chronobiology, because once you start working with your body and your chronobiology, it is really amazing the impact that it has. Shauna has actually got a really funky Excel spreadsheet as well, which I think you're going to put into the group, Shauna, that details her chronobiology and what it means with all these schedules, and how she's kind of documented that she can refer back to during the day. So that's an awesome tool for you guys to use. So this is my food chronobiology. So for me, having breakfast between 7 and 8, because I'm an activator, it's really important for me to have morning tea, afternoon tea. We get hungry if we don't eat. So eating often is really critical.
You'll see a diplomat is actually half of that.
Yes, absolutely.
I know, right, Tamara? You're about the same, where you look at your profile and you're like, where's all my eating times?
And it's funny because I'm an activator, actually quite close to a crusader. So if I get into a task, I just get my head down, just get on with it. And then even though I get hungry if I don't eat, I actually forget to eat if I'm that involved with the task. So I've actually started to take much more notice of this and gone, right, I actually have to stop now. And my husband's been trying to persuade me to set an alarm for food and go, you have to kind of stop, because then it gets to like the afternoon if I'm not working it properly and I'm really hungry at the wrong times and everything's out of sync. So it makes a big difference if you're following your chronobiology for your food really, really well. And then your genius. So I'll just show you where this is. So this basically is like your zone of genius, how your mind works, the best time for you to be working in your genius area. So we'll just go on to my dashboard. So your food overview, that's going to give you your food chronobiology. Your lifestyle overview, that's going to give you your general kind of day-to-day stuff. And then your lifestyle down to genius, that's the one that's going to give this schedule. And if you go to view detail schedule, it'll actually break it down exactly what it means. So
Tammy, these are all on your website, so you need to log into via a computer, or I think iPads suffer, they don't do it so well. But this here is what you're looking at with Melanie, is actually her dashboard. It's actually your website, so you use your login detail and your password. It will log you into the first page, and you go along to the top blue bar there where it says food, fitness, lifestyle and coaching, and she's gone through the food tab and the lifestyle tab.
and all my clients have got this summary of their chronobiology in their plan. So everyone gets emailed a plan, same with Shana as well, and I've broken this down into your plan. So it makes it prioritize, it breaks it down like prioritized. Good time for planning, organizing, checking emails, catch up on news, 7 till 8. 8 till 11 is active burst, 9 till 11 is mental work. So mental focus or work that's challenging, problem solving, intellectually stimulating. So that's what I was saying. I really focused on that last week and it made such a massive difference. So
And it really does. It seems a bit silly. I know a lot of you were looking at your chronobiology going like, how the fudge do I bring this in? Like, this is the wrong time. But even if you can just start to honor a few of them, diplomats and guardians, your morning is essential. And they seem a bit different. They are a little bit different. They're a little bit quirky. So if I have a look at mine in my profile, my fitness and my work schedule are actually slightly off a little bit, and that actually means that I should be doing my heavy fitness in the first part where it's just fitness and it's exercise, and the work fitness means go somewhere like, okay, so I'm walking while I'm listening to something, or I'm walking on phone calls, or I'm while we're in Bali, we're working in the pool. We're literally in there moving in flow and chatting with each other and doing our projects and whatnot whilst with movement. So it just means find some way to keep moving, that sort of a thing. Is that what you mean? She's typing away like a demon. Mental work and focus. So have you actually opened up yours and had a read of it? Yep. So your mental work generally will be things like doing your hard work. It just depends. You have to have a read of your actual profile and see what that little bit is in that little explanation. So see how Melanie's has got mental work. Your mind is full of energy in the first half of the day, so it's a good time to really get it done. So that's like saying the middle of the morning, at the beginning of the morning, get your stuff done. That's when you start doing your work, do your emails, do your planning, do your focusing. And your other question was focus. Okay, so that's when you want to make sure, stick some brown noise. You're a diplomat, brown noise, Google, YouTube brown noise. It is your best friend. It will help you block out other noises and really focus. It will help you de-stress, calm you down, and actually really get really pedantic about your focusing. And that's where you want to make sure you're getting your tasks done. So the mental work might be your emails and your hard slog, writing up your documents and editing your videos and stuff like that. Focus work is more like, and Melanie, have you got a focus there?
No, I was just checking for that. I couldn't see it.
Yeah, so it just depends on what it says in yours, because every person is a little bit different. But your focus work should give you a bit of a hint in the same structure like Melanie's does as to what that should actually look like. So if you want to maybe grab that and pop it in the group or pop it in the chat, and I'll help explain it at some stage.
So guys, in the next week or so, have a look at all your different wheels and pop any questions in the group. We can break them down because it's so
Oh, yes. That'd be good.
So, and you know, we're looking at mine. Don't forget, what is food to one man is bitter poison to others. So some of you are going to look at it and like Monica said, she certainly doesn't need an alarm to eat. Like everybody's completely different with the chronobiology. So some people thrive in getting up really early in the morning. Others, it's going to say, you know, you've got a much later start to the day or a much later time to go to bed. So
your diplomats are meant to be not eating till later. So that's the same thing where today's focus is on our connectors. Connectors, don't miss your breakfast. You need to fuel in the morning. And quite often what will happen, if you don't fuel yourself in the morning, you'll be reaching for your Tim Tams in the afternoon. It's really essential you set your day up for your best focus and your best strength and your best abundance, but not too heavy, because then if you are too heavy, you'll then slow yourself down, be sluggish, and later on be reaching for a coffee, which then leads to a cup of tea and then a cake and then a biscuit and then this, and then suddenly you're on a roller coaster ride. And then the chocolate bar that Tamara had. Tamara, did you have a good breakfast?
Oh, hang on.
Didn't have breakfast?
Hang on. Try again.
I don't have breakfast.
Okay, so you have a late morning snack?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's perfect. So making sure you're having something quite light. Like on the detox, we are salad. And breakfast is a fruit salad with salad. And then lunch is a salad with more salad. And then dinner is a salad that I might mix a few cooked veggies into. That's a diplomat detox. It's 2 weeks of salad, and more salad. So let us be your friend.
Can I have fruit instead?
Sorry?
Can I have fruit instead? Do a fruit detox instead?
No.
No?
Lettuce. And then you can get lettuce, and you can like get your fruit, and you can stick it inside your lettuce, and have it with lettuce. And some sprouts. No, it's great, and it's really cool because it makes you be creative. So you can cook a few vegetables and stick them through your salad. You can, at lunchtime, you can have some carbs and some fruit in it. The diplomat detox is extensive. It's a lot of work, but because our digestive tract is so long, it takes our body that long to fix our equilibrium. And usually we're the worst for being very naughty with our eating. So it can take that long for us to drop those stupid habits. Make sense? Yeah, because we're just like, I feel emotional. I want this. I can't help it. I'm on a seafood diet. Like, we're our own worst enemy. So it takes 2 weeks for us to turn and go, don't touch it. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Like, we're diplomats. That's our thing. And guardians are very much the same, but guardians are more like, I can't have it. No! Like, I can't have anything. You're telling me I can have plants and herbs and this and that? It doesn't make sense. It's not food. I don't want to do anything. That's guardians. Like, do you want me to go the way around the wheel? Because this is actually energizing me for tonight. You can see how we're all the same. We're all just very different, and yeah.
Tamara's saying, do we have printable versions of it? You mean of your own individual wheel, or?
Yeah, the daily task guide and
Yeah, you should be able to go up the top corner and there should be a print section. The cool thing I did was actually, you know how you've got your screen clippings? Use your screen clipper and grab all your wheels and stick them all on the one, and then it can be like,
Yeah.
But I've got that spreadsheet. Melanie, you're still sharing. I don't even know where my spreadsheet is, but I'll grab mine and I'll take a copy and I'll upload it to the Facebook group. So you guys can just copy and paste.
Awesome. Thank you, Shauna.
Rosalind, you're shaking your head.
Are you shaking the head?
Rosalind's shaking her head. I've seen her shaking her head. We've got you muted. We'll unmute you. It's all right.
I can't
love her
unmute
shit.
you.
Yeah.
Rosalind, I think you must have muted yourself. There we go.
Yeah, I muted myself earlier when I was making too much noise. I have, I don't always have the phone with me. I don't always have reception, and I have so many emails, Facebooks, messages. I find it overwhelming.
I think at the point in time, it's more about what's most important to you.
Yeah, no, well, my work is most important, Shani, and that takes up 90% of what goes on.
Okay. So what do you feel you could do to make things easier for yourself? Like, is there something you could do that would make it this a little bit easier?
Maybe you could send me a text message and say, check Facebook or something, or check something, because half the time I know. Well, you know, by the time I have, 240 emails roll in and I have so many messages come in and everything else, by the time I just go delete half the time.
Can you schedule some time, Rosalind, every day? Just like 10 minutes, like at a certain time of day?
Sweetheart, taking this hour now for this call is like put me 3 hours behind. I don't have 10 minutes to spare at this time of year. Seriously, you have no idea. I go to sleep standing up just about.
You are a machine. You do. I understand that.
Yeah.
I know you do.
Yeah.
Can you set a reminder in your phone then for Mondays and just go, 6 o'clock?
Yeah, the Monday's okay. I
remember.
remembered the Monday, but it's all these other things in between. There's so many messages come through all the time, and yeah, I just can't stay on top of them. I'm sorry. I never know what's important and what's not, because I get to the point where I don't even finish reading them anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Problem child. Sorry, I'm just so busy.
We all feel that. Oh, Rosalind, I've always loved our chats.
Yep.
No, and I mean, and the thing is sometimes, okay, Jess isn't on right now, but I know she's going to watch this, and I know she'll allow me to share this. Jess and I met in the mines. We spent years working together in the mines, and she still does. Due to severe health issues, she is probably looking at the fact that she has to quit because it's actually detrimental to her health. Now, that is her life source. That is her everything. We've been discussing the concept of it for a long time, and it looks like the universe, funnily enough, we push our life and we say that we rule our life and we choose and we have to be doing, where in actual fact the universe will at some point turn around and go, you're stopping, because you actually now have to honor yourself and love yourself.
It took me
so you're loving everyone else.
Sorry, Shana. It took me 2 corporate burnouts before I actually said enough. I was earning really good money, but I was absolutely exhausted. I'd spend my weekend recovering from all the domestic travel I'd done around Australia, because I was living in Perth at the time and flying to the East Coast all the time. I was shattered. I literally resigned from a 6-figure salary because I just couldn't go on anymore. My life had no balance. My health was starting to suffer. If I haven't got my health, then it's going to have a massive knock-on effect in every other level of my life. So that was a tough decision for me to make. It was a tough decision for my husband to tell me to do, because he was outside looking in and could see the effect it was having on me. But sometimes we need to go, where can we create some space and some balance, because it's now affecting
It's just this time of year at the moment. It'll happen for about another month, and then life will settle down again. But at the moment, it's just a crazy time.
Yeah. At least there's an end date. That's good. When there's no end date, it's very hard to keep going.
Yeah, no, it's just crazy right now. Yeah.
I get that. And so for the now, I mean, with your diet, Rosalind suffers from a very restrictive diet as a guardian, because she has a few other underlying issues that caused a lot of things to be no-go. So with you, Rosalind, there is a bit more carbohydrate in your diet. And we did mention that, even with Roslyn, it was more, if it's anything green, eat it as much as you want, as long as it was green. And if it wasn't green, you make sure you only have it sometimes to help with her diet and restrictions. So if it gets to that point, guys, with your diet and you are really frustrated and you don't feel like there's any way you can get through it, have a chat to someone, work out a bit of a strategy on how to push through it at that point in time. And
I don't have an issue with my diet. My diet, I'm able to manage the food, the food diet really well. Mm-hmm. It's the time management of reading all the messages and everything else and staying on top of that. That's where I fall apart.
Jules has just commented in the box. Thanks, Jules. And she said, do what you can to manage the time and make small changes. Yeah,
I agree. I'll just try and allocate a Shani time per day.
Oh, stop it.
Hey, guys, while you got Shana online, has anyone got any food questions or anything you feel stuck with in the area of food before we wrap up for tonight?
Yes.
Make the most of this opportunity while the awesome Shana chef is online.
I'm actually, Melanie, jump out of your need to plan map out. Okay, the video I did the other day teaches you how to plan and map out.
How do I stop sharing? Oh, yeah.
But more
recipes and tomorrow needs a meal plan. Okay. I'm out.
Okay.
And Shani, you said I was one of a trio. Who am I with?
I have put you with, let me share screen. I have put you with, so I have Rosalind. Julia is currently, I'm not 100% sure exactly where she is, but I've also got you with Karen Browning. We have done a trio with Jess Devantia, Tammy and Shireen. Shireen couldn't be on tonight, but she's joining in from another coach. I've been helping her with food too. So I said, we've got this great group of these amazing people who are actually on the same journey as you. So she's joining in as well. So she'll be online ASAP. She had a family emergency. So any questions there?
You'll send me some links to communicate with these people?
Yeah, between myself and Melanie, we should be able to create a group chat so you can chat with those girls via that.
Yeah, sure.
Cool. Okay, I'm going to show you guys a little bit of this. This is what I'm involved with at the moment. I'm hoping I can help it make sense to you guys. This out of my way. Okay, this is here. I have 8 people. 2 are diplomats, 1's a crusader, 2 activate. Actually, sorry, this person is actually a sensor. They weren't sure. This person had a 10 centimeter height difference and it completely changed it from one side of the wheel to the other. So your measurements really matter. A sensor, we have a 12-year-old boy here who's actually really overweight and needs a lot of help. So we're having to be very careful. He eats very bland, plain food. We have a sensor as well. Now, as of midnight last night, they've put every single one of them onto a detox. So with the planning, all we really do is I sit out and did a spreadsheet of going, okay, so breakfast, what am I going to have for breakfast? They all need tea for breakfast, a warm drink as soon as they wake up. Then they're normally having a smoothie or a juice and fruit salad for breakfast. So then what you want to do is go, what do I want to have for breakfast? Do I want to have a smoothie? Do I have juice? Or do I want to have fruit salad? Or do I want to have a frittata, something hot? Then you go through your food list and you work out what are my foods that will work in that dish. Okay. Then we go down to refreshments, so tea or juice or something like that. Warm teas are great for our digestion. Oh, I'm getting smashed with questions, aren't I? Can I get that up at the same time? I find it confusing when you talk about food, Shana, because you mentioned too many things.
I'm going to have to drop out, Shani. I've really got to go.
Beautiful.
Okay, bye, Dom.
Thanks, beautiful.
Thank you. Bye, Rosalind.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I did the video about constructing, like how to go through your profile and how to look at it, and I brought up the profile, the spreadsheet that I did. It was a couple of weeks ago. I'll tag you in it tonight, and just sort of went through how to actually pull it all apart. You know, the title was, I'm pretty sure it was parting with food or food planning. Well, I'll jump in a second. I'll tag you in it. Get confused what you talk about. Need a picture. Awesome. Okay, yeah, cool. So this is here how much detail I'm having to go in with these people. So I'm hoping this is helping you guys, but literally it's just finding something for breakfast. What do I feel like having? What foods on my list are good for me to have at that time for a frittata? So leek, fennel, carrot, beans, broccoli. These all go great in a frittata, and my potato and my sweet potato. What's good on my list? Tea, what are my best teas? What are my best juices? What are my best drinks? Then you start looking at lunch. Okay, what are the meats that are good for me? Is lunch my meat time? Is lunch my breakfast time? Then going through what are my greens, what are my vegetables I can have? So maybe I want to have a chicken stir fry. So what vegetables will go good on my list in a stir fry? Lunchtime is generally when most of us have carbohydrates. So what carbohydrate is best on my list to have? Is it potato? Is it rice? Is it sweet potato? Do I want to roast it? Do I want to mash it? Do I want to steam it? Those are the questions you ask yourself. You're all capable of doing it, but I am happy to sit down and do those sort of profiles with people. That's something outside of this. That's something extra that I do because it is very time consuming. Then again, do I get snacks? Do I need a snack? If I have a snack, what do I want to have in the house to be able to have? So we have things like fruit with nutmeg or spices on them, and maybe some seeds as a snack. Quite often we do things like poached chicken, and I make a little cabbage salad with some pear on top. So cabbage salad, some herbs and spices that are good on my list, some poached chicken, and a couple slices of pear or a fruit that's good on my list. Not invite. I'm trying to see the chat.
When I type foods into Shay, I get weird answers. Example, I type spices and I get goat yogurt. Really? God. Monica.
I know, right? It's all over the place. And I type meat and it comes out nothing.
That's odd.
Totally different.
Did you see that email I sent you with an example of how you do a search? I'd screenshotted my profile.
Yeah, probably seen it.
Have a look at that again, because that shows you the best way to go through your profile. Because if you just put meat in, it'll only find foods that have got meat in its title. So if you put fruit in, it will come up with like grapefruit, anything that's got fruit in the actual word. The system isn't clever enough at the moment to just take the fruit out and show you in that sorting.
So if you want to find fruit, what do you do?
Have a look at the email I sent you.
Okay.
Shana, can you just get a profile up a minute?
Oh, yep. Okay, go to my food. Go to my list. Maybe.
Yep.
There we go.
On that left-hand side.
So on this side here, I can go deselect all, and then go, I just want to see fruits, apply my filter, and it will bring up all your fruits.
Right. That won't work into the app, just on your computer, right?
Yeah.
On your phone, you should be able to go up to the top logo up here, up in the top search bar, and type in spinach, and it will bring up spinach. Type in tomato.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, if you put fruit in, it'll only come up with words that have fruit in that word.
Right, gotcha.
Passion fruit, kiwi fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Does that help?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cool beans.
Alrighty. Has anyone else got any more questions? Otherwise, we'll wrap up for the evening.
I can't hear.
I will grab one of these. Since we've got diplomats on here, I'm going to grab this here. I wonder if I can throw this into our Facebook chat to give you guys a rundown of something that I've done that I would be doing. Where's our group? Let's see if this works. I don't know if I can print it here. Boom. You are welcome. What else do we have? We have one in the group. We've got activators. Yeah?
Yep, got activators.
Boom. Copy.
Thanks, Jules.
Oh, what have I missed?
Anyone else? Jules is off. Anyone else got any questions? No? Simon, do you want to wrap that up after?
Done.
Awesome.
Love you guys.
Fantastic. Thanks, guys. Any questions, jump in the group and ask away. And don't forget to connect up with your partners. If you can't find them, Michelle and I will try and connect you guys.
We had a
Thank you.
massive
Smiley faces.
love you. Mwah.
Thanks, guys.
Bye. Thank
Bye.
you.